The reason college is so expensive is because the government pays for college.
Yeah.
One generation removed, we're back to the Stone Age, literally. The logistics are the problem, not the science.
So that is the consciousness to understand the fact that you are the last people on the planet. For like 2,000 years.
Holy fuck, that's so much longer.
There could be a fuckload of immortal people in the world, and we could be one of them. Y'all could be one of them.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the DeadMen Radio Podcast. I am Jacob,
I'm AJ.
and this is episode 31
Of the DeadMen Radio Podcast. What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck
Yeah!
Bitch!
Bitch! We
Alright,
have
so
we have
let's-
officially made it.
So
Wow,
let's
that
tell
was
them.
such a-
So let's tell them what we made it to for people who might have.
Bink!
Bink. Who tell
Woo!
them? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Ugh. So tell them why it matters. Tell them why it matters.
So-
we're on episode 31.
It is on statistical averages that 95% of podcasts made in the modern day do not make it past episode 30 because that is the point where most people give up and quit
Yeah.
because they either don't see any success, don't see any financial gain, or any, of the things they're chasing. But
Yeah.
we didn't start this for any of those fucking things. So woo, we're
Yeah,
episode
boom.
31 and
Damn,
counting.
these unwrap really fucking easy. They just
I'm so
turn it straight.
happy that we at least aimed them all in one area.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, they're
I
at least
had the plan the second that we got these to just throw them at the camera so that they get, they get a real immersive experience.
I wanted to throw
you
some
know?
up in the air, and I did manage to do that, and now they're a little bit everywhere, but that's
I think
fine.
I threw like a little in the air and just threw like basically the rest of the camera.
I did chuck a bunch
I
of
wanted to
it.
make sure that they were nice and
nice and immersed.
Yeah, there's some hanging off the camera, but none in the lens, fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are officially breaking new ground and
Hell
making beating the statistics, proving them wrong like we do for everything.
Oh yeah, son. Always don't be a statistic.
Because
Beat
this
the
is
statistics,
episode
son.
31 and counting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And counting.
We're gonna get to like 310. Then we're gonna get to fucking 3,100. It's gonna be a while. From
If
now.
we even live that long.
Yeah, facts.
That's like
that. Wait, that's like.
I don't think we can live that long.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's only
Let's see. We got. Shit, we're not even into a year yet. And we're at 31 episodes.
there's 52 episodes in a year.
Yeah, 52 episodes in. Yeah, nah.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, bro. That's like 300 years, bro.
Yeah, we are not making that shit.
We will be dead.
Yeah,
we will be
gone.
finally dead.
We'll be gone. So well,
least
we don't. Well,
hopefully.
technically, we don't know that because we.
Yeah,
'cause
medical
technically
advances.
speaking,
We could.
We could be technically speaking, there could be like a fuckload of immortal people. There could be a fuckload of immortal people in the world, and we could be one of them. Y'all could be one of them.
You just don't know about
You
it.
just
Yeah,
don't know. Who knows? Nobody ever knows.
it's a very real possibility. That would suck, honestly.
That would be
being
horrible.
immortal would
being
suck.
immortal would be literally the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah, the only
But, I mean,
like,
hey,
it would
you can
only
flex,
be-
you can flex.
it would only be fun if there was a way for you to end it. Like if at the end there was still one way where you could be like, all right, I'm done with this.
Nah, that
Peace
takes
out.
that takes away the thought because that's one thing that you can die to and that doesn't make you immortal.
No, it's like a one thing
just
that
like a
you can
off
do to
button.
yeah, like one thing you can do to yourself. Like it's not like
Huh, yeah.
something that like you can't like getting hit by a car wouldn't work, but like
yeah.
maybe you eat this one very specific
You eat the fruit.
yeah
You
or
eat
something
the fruit.
literally or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it would be fun for a couple hundred years.
Oh, I mean, I feel like I could give it like, if it were, I mean, okay, well, here's the start. Here's the start right now. If it were right now, I would be pissed if I was immortal.
Yeah.
If it were, if this is my first life, I'm pissed if I'm immortal. High key, because like I would have wanted to start like A little bit back. You feel me?
Yeah,
A little bit back.
at least
Like,
back in like the 70s or something.
or
you
like,
know?
yeah, like if it had to be within the last 100 years that like I got to choose from, it'd probably be like the 70s, 80s, something like
Yeah,
that.
because that's like after Nam. There's nothing really crazy going on. You get born in like the mid 70s, grow up in the 80s and the 90s. Like,
Yeah, like
that's a good life right there.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think I would mind that too much. But if we're speaking like I've already lived that length and I was
Yeah.
immortal,
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
probably give it like let's say that's what we're going off
Yeah.
of right there. Let's say if we're going off that, I could probably give it like probably like 2,000 years.
Holy fuck, that's so much longer, bro. I'd
I
be
could-
going like
Nah, cause
300,
listen,
bro.
There's huge jumps between hundreds of years, but think about the jumps between every 1,000
yeah, but bro,
years.
think about it like this, bro. I guarantee in 1,000 years, every country that you know right now will no longer be a thing.
Exactly.
And it's like at that
that's like kind of the point.
yeah, but at that point, it's like, fuck, the entire world you know and came up in and were created in literally no longer exists. At that point, there's no point. Like, I can understand, like, the argument that people make where, like, oh, your family and friends all die off and all that shit. But for a lot of people, that just happens anyway when you get old. Like,
Yeah, but
there's a lot of
yeah.
people who outlive most of their friends
Okay,
and shit.
Let's
But,
think
like, hold on.
Let's think like 2,000 years.
If you
realistically.
go, like, a couple hundred years,
It's hard to think future because of like how fast technology moves.
I feel like anything more than like 500 years, and it just wouldn't be fun anymore.
Yeah.
Because at that point, there's like you've done everything, you know.
I think like my argument with that would be is like, nah. I think I really am thinking really far.
Yeah, like 2,000 years,
like,
bro.
As we're speaking, I'm like thinking like,
Bro, we
year
were
by
literally
year.
still like, there were still dirt huts and shit 2,000 years ago. Think about how much time has advanced in the last 2,000 years. That's a long time, bro.
It wasn't
And
dinosaurs though.
no, that was like millions of years.
Yeah, it wasn't dinosaurs though. So it's like,
But bro, would you want to be around for millions of years?
I didn't say millions,
Bro,
but-
that's
I didn't say
crazy.
millions. I
Even
said-
thousands, bro.
but-
That's
but-
crazy.
It's only 2,000 though. It's not like
Dude.
5,000. It's on the lower end of thousands.
That's a long in years
Okay,
of
okay,
because you're
okay,
talking
but
we're
let's
talking
say-
in human lifetime. If we're talking in like the grand scheme of Earth, 2,000 years isn't a long time. But like
Okay,
we're
let's
talking about
say-
in human
Let's
experience
say,
years.
Let's say in a world of people who live crazy lifetimes, like it's not unnormal to live like a crazy amount of time.
Yeah.
Right? How long would you want to live?
150 years.
Like no matter what, you could live. Any people are living like up to like 5,000 years old. You got people around you that are like 150.
I mean, if
250 years old.
everybody
like-
is like that, then you come into a problem of birth rates because you're going to hit a population capacity at a certain point immediately.
That's true.
You've got to have it to like either a cap.
People can. Well, I'm not saying that people can't die.
Do
though.
people still die of natural causes?
People still die of natural causes. People still die of murder. Blah 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 blah.
But
blah.
like, if you get
people-
lucky, you live
yeah,
5,000
Yeah,
years.
people can just live as long as they want. No, like crazy. I wouldn't say natural causes as to terms like old age and like
Okay.
normal cardiovascular damage and shit like that. Like, let's say that shit's a little
Okay.
stretched and whatever.
Okay.
But not so much immortal. But you get to live to see like more shit than literally anybody else has right now, like ever, like more than history. Really
I
knows,
honestly,
like,
I don't know because I feel like after a certain
that's
point,
like-
you
that's-
just get bored.
yeah,
And I don't know how long it would take for me to get bored.
because that brings in the question.
Because
of-
here's another question that we're not really putting into it. How many years does it take for you to get rich? Because that's the big thing. You can't really start living your immortal life until after you make all the bread.
Well, let's say.
You know what I mean?
Let's say that it's it's just like everything else though. Like some people are just born rich, some people just aren't. Blah 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 blah.
Well, obviously, yeah, but like for us, example, if we were just suddenly made immortal, we would have to become rich. We would have to make our wealth.
Yeah, we have to make not even just well. We have to become sustainable in an area with there's people who are multiple thousand years old.
Exactly. Or just go off into the woods and become a urban legend.
No, see, now I wonder how shit like that would. I wonder how civilization would function if that were the case.
I don't. I feel like
because that's different than like.
I feel like we would go back to hunter and gatherer tribes because the world would hit a point where the population would be too much and it would collapse, causing like mass extinction, like the dinosaurs type shit. But it would be like disease or war or something like that.
Yeah.
Because like if you have even just like 10% of the population living to 1,000 years old, that fucks up like the birth rates and the death rates and the population replacement rates.
True.
Like that throws everything
I
into
got one
whack.
proposed option:
Huh.
galvanize steel the earth and expand it.
What?
Literally, just use some galvanized steel poles, stick them out there, stick them up, stick them around, build more.
I mean, at that point, we're getting into the whole like generation ships and star Dyson spheres and shit like that. And like, I think we could honestly build shit like that because all of that stuff was theorized. But bro,
we got shit up there already.
Dude,
a lot of it.
The drugs they were
them.
doing back in the 60s, all those scientists like coming up with all these crazy like technology, like theoretical fucking shit. A lot of that stuff, the science works. It's just the engineering and the materials and like the other stuff that doesn't work.
How would you control
exactly.
it?
How do you get that stuff? How do you get enough of that stuff like that? The logistics are the problem, not the science.
See,
so it's
the
like
second that we get to another planet, I genuinely don't think some of the first thoughts are going to be civilization. I think it's going to be what can we use from it?
100%. But
Because
I don't think we're going to really be getting to another planet until we come up with another form of propulsion.
Yeah, facts.
We have to find a way to travel the speed of light or close to.
Do you think that's going to happen in our lifetime? Because me and you have talked about this before, but not like crazy.
I think there's a 100% that we are going to see humans on Mars in our lifetime. And we're probably going to see, like, the beginnings of, you know how we have this ISS, the space station?
Yes.
We're going to have a version of that on the moon, 100%.
Okay.
I fully believe we're going to have a version of that on the moon and the beginnings of people on Mars. But in our lifetimes, I highly doubt we will see the invention of the new propulsion technology that will carry us to close to or faster than light speed travel.
Yeah, and that's
because
what, and that's
that
what makes
is
me,
the
and
key.
That's what makes me curious as to
the closest thing I think we could actually come to is like wormhole type shit. I think that is like a real possibility where like the technology behind that is like honestly theoretically feasible
to create
more so than like creating a engine that will push you to those speeds. I saw that too. We'll just ignore that.
I saw it twice.
We'll ignore that. There's been all kinds of weird power outages and shit and power grid shit going
telephone
on.
poles by my house was
Bro.
working.
Something's happening. Something's coming, bro.
Crazy shit. Crazy shit.
Hey, chill out. Chill out. Chill on me.
But,
okay, I'm gonna check the light connection. Hold on.
Yeah, because that bitch is tweaking. But what I think one of the most like I genuinely think that the next step in probably let's say propulsion in particular, not just transportation, because once you think wormhole, I don't know if that counts as propulsion.
No, that's that's a whole different
exactly
thing.
But I think the next form of propulsion might come once we hit Mars. I think there might be something usable on Mars as a form.
I think if there was, though, we would have found it with the rovers by now.
No, because we haven't really done like crazy drilling yet.
Well, we have, but we haven't gotten the samples back. That's what the last rover was.
Yeah, but
it was sent there to like drill samples and shit.
But it's not like it's samples, bro. It's not.
Well, yeah.
It's not digging down a little bit. Like,
well, it is. It goes like pretty far down, but it's not. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's
like,
not like a true like core sample of like a bunch of shit.
Right, like you're not getting down to really see like because you're seeing of like what yes shit is made of.
Yeah.
And you're seeing traces of things.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see how much is of what, but that might not necessarily mean that that's what the majority of properties are there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I mean, obviously it's gonna happen. So like, yeah, it sucks to say we're gonna fuck that planet up the second we get the chance to. But
no, I don't think we'll have the ability to. I think by the point we get the ability to do shit like that, we'll be far past. By that point we'll have a one world government. We'll be like,
yeah,
because
yeah,
I think
true.
that's the only real way to make space travel. Like, the only real way for us to get the technology and like get the ability.
There's gonna be people. There's gonna be the chunk of people who are like, you know what? No, y'all gotta stay here. Y'all gotta stay here. Y'all can't come. Blah blah blah.
Not
blah,
oh yeah, there is gonna be that, but I also think it's gonna be like just the only way we're gonna be able to develop that level of technology is if the entire world's science like department, like every government's science department, like works together in like one common goal. Like we put all of the brightest minds in the world together for one thing, and that's creating a new form of technology. And there's not this whole like China versus America, Russia versus China, Russia versus America. There's not this whole like country divide thing. I think that will be what truly takes us to that next leap, and that won't happen in our lifetimes.
Yeah, no, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
That will not happen in our life.
I think that'll happen after the bombs fall.
Probably. I mean,
bro, you want to hear some crazy statistic I heard the other day?
What's that?
Like 75% of the world's knowledge and information is all on computers nowadays.
Holy shit.
So like, if the grid did truly fail and the EMPs fell,
bro,
we literally wouldn't know how like electricity works or how power plants work or how water treatment works. We wouldn't know any of that in like one generation. One generation removed, we're back to the Stone Age, literally.
Literally. Because it's like, dude, there is so much. And then it's on top of the fact that, like, there's the useless shit that they were teaching you in school that didn't fucking matter when they could have been teaching you the fucking important shit of, like, how shit actually fucking works. And also, it makes it more fucking intriguing, bro. Like, if I was learning about more in-depth shit that wasn't so fucking base level.
I don't know, bro. I would have still probably been more worried about what I was doing after school than.
Oh, me too. But I would have had more retained
motivation.
Knowledge. I would have had more retained knowledge. I think.
I could like, yeah, that is a big thing. Like schools, it seems like they specifically make things boring on purpose when they could like add a little spice in there and be like, oh, this is a cool thing that happened that relates to this topic. And like, yeah, like the cool teachers do that, but like that should just be like a part of the curriculum.
But think about this though. Those cool teachers though, like those are some of the most like retained memories and some of the shit they were doing or something that they taught, like whatever. Those cool teachers were the ones that like taught you more shit. They're the ones who taught you instead of showed you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was the biggest difference in that kind of shit. And it's like, dude, if that just existed more, there'd be a lot more knowledge.
I feel like that goes back to like if teachers got paid more, I feel like there would be better teachers.
That is the very first thing it boils down
because
to.
like, bro, there aren't good teachers because all the people who like want.
I don't blame it on the teacher.
Yeah, I do a little bit.
I don't blame it on the people
because like all the people who would be good teachers are going to teach at colleges because they get paid more.
Yeah,
like there's like the people who actually are smart and like probably should be teaching other people stuff. They don't give a fuck about the kids, bro. And it's like, yeah, it sucks, but it's like, fuck. If you offered like, if kindergarten teachers could make like $100,000 a year, you would have good quality candidates for kindergarten teachers. Not
you would have some of the best teachers.
Not some random fucking whoever who barely knows what they're doing.
And that goes down to a lot of shit too. That's like. I mean, like, for example, like some of the best race car drivers will never be fucking discovered because they don't have any fucking money. They can't even get their hands on a fucking car.
Yeah.
Or, like, blah, 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 blah. Or, like, Some of the best fucking scientists will they'll take
Some of the best
they'll take
scientists are
their-
doing shit on YouTube or in their
they'll
backyard,
take
bro.
they'll take their whole lifetime trying to do it like legitimately and all that shit, but they just can't fucking afford it because it's so goddamn expensive. Like,
Bro, that's one thing. Science is fucking expensive,
all that
bro.
shit is expensive. To do it is expensive, and to learn it is expensive. Like,
Facts.
to learn a lot of the shit, being a doctor is expensive. We need doctors. Why is it so goddamn expensive to become one?
Oh,
Like-
that's a whole like the reason college is so expensive is because the government pays for college.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to know when college started becoming so expensive? Back when the government said, "Yeah, we'll give unlimited student loans."
Yeah,
If they put a federal limit on how much you can give for a student loan, suddenly all of the colleges would cost that much money.
yep, exactly, because they cannot
'Cause
they cannot charge more.
There was I don't remember what college it was, but I think it was a college like a doctor a medical college in Maryland or some shit that they passed a state law that was like all state colleges can no longer they had like a cap on what the loan limit would be. It was like 70,000 or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Suddenly overnight every medical program in the state was $70,000.
Damn.
Because that's what it is, bro. That's why college is so expensive, is because the government will pay for the government will pay the college
Yeah.
no matter what. So
Right.
the college has no incentive to make it affordable.
Right. That's
It's the same thing with like the military and their $5,000 coffee cups and shit.
Yep.
It's because those coffee cups are contracted out to the lowest bidder, but the lowest bidder is in a sea of other people who are also charging $5,000 for a coffee cup, and it all comes back to just what they're willing to pay.
Yeah. And that goes to so many other different things. That boils.
It's
touches on a
ridiculous.
lot of
It's
topics. That
ridiculous.
touches on a lot of topics while only staying in one.
Yeah, the government, the whole like government subsidies and everything. It's like when the government pays for something, bro, it's gonna be expensive no matter what.
Yep.
No matter fucking what.
Because it can be.
It's like, bro, like I don't even want to like start on the political side. I'm just gonna talk about the one specific thing, the like state-run grocery stores that they're trying to do in New York and shit. That's a terrible idea, bro. Yeah, like that was one of Moldani's, however you say his name, Mondani, Mamdani.
I believe so.
Yeah, however you say it. That was like one of his like fucking main running points. He was gonna open state-run grocery stores. You want to know what happens when there's state-run grocery stores?
They're as expensive as
They have
state will allow those to
state-mandated
be.
prices, and all other mom-and-pop grocery stores with competition, they'll just get undercut.
And how much is shit in New York?
Listen, no,
expensive.
listen. This is what will happen. Mom-and-pop grocery store, state-run grocery store. They're charging $5 a pound for ground beef. All of a sudden, this state-run grocery store is $4 a pound. Okay, mom-and-pop lowers their price, $4 a pound, to compete. Okay, now the state-run, because they have no incentive to make money, they're not running for profit. They're running the government. The government is paying all their bills.
Yep.
So, okay, all of a sudden it's $2.50 a pound.
Yep.
Now this mom-and-pop shop has to close down because they can't compete with these state
Yeah,
prices.
you literally cannot get that.
You literally run
Yeah.
all competition, and then you have the government running it, so it's going to be the cheapest, lowest quality fucking shit. Like, it's going to be government cheese and government bread lines all over again. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
And it's like, I got no problems with the political. I don't give a fuck about the politics of New York City or whatever. I wouldn't live there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't live there just because they wouldn't let me have guns. Like, that's
Right.
like a absolute issue for me. So,
Exactly.
but it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a terrible idea. Just like,
Fuck, man.
just like all in all, that's just a bad.
that's a
bad idea.
And man,
It's like one of the biggest things. It's like one of the biggest problems with most like government run things is the reason it's so expensive is because the government will pay for it
yep.
no matter what.
And they have no incentive to fucking make money, so they'll
Exactly.
charge whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly. I will say I never
Fuck that
understood the
shit.
argument. Like I've seen people make the argument like that the post offices like need to get shut down because they don't make any money. But it's like the post office has never made money. That's like not the point.
Yeah, and they've been around.
The point is to fucking
They're
move
one
the
of
mail.
they're one of the longest running
Mhm.
government businesses of all time.
Mhm.
Like,
Not even that. Just mail carrying is
how
like
the
one of
fuck
the
you
oldest
gonna get
businesses.
your mail?
Exactly.
Like,
you gotta rely on FedEx for that
Yeah.
shit. Well,
the
congratulations.
people-
Now
to-
all your fucking bills are gonna
to the
cost
people-
$12 to
To
ship.
the people who immediately jump on the option of going from physical to electronic, stop doing that.
Oh yeah, bro.
Stop doing that.
Our whole world's gonna collapse one day when everything's on a server, and then we're all gonna know how to do nothing, and it's gonna go back to landlines and flip phones, and we're all gonna fucking chaos in the streets.
Yep. It's gonna be a fucking.
It's
problem.
gonna be a shit show.
Yeah. Be more concerned about that than fucking like zombies and fucking like.
I don't know, bro. I'm pretty concerned about zombies. No lie.
Oh,
I still think that that's a real possibility.
Oh, it's definitely a real possibility.
Yeah.
What you're talking about, like,
Yeah.
because there's already ways to have your.
But I don't think it would be like the traditional like zombies that we're used to. I think it would be like the Last of Us type zombies. The fungus infection type shit.
Like, I mean that makes like that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I mean, one way or the other, some kind of infected human. Is
Yeah.
When I think about
Yeah.
a zombie. I
Yeah.
don't necessarily think like
The Walking Dead
I don't
type
think like
shit.
undead in per se.
Yeah.
I think like just an infected being
Fair enough.
when I think of
Fair enough.
zombie. So it's like it could be really fucking anything. Like now it literally could be anything.
It could be like you know how like PCP causes like a zombie like psychosis. It could
Yeah.
be something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It
Contaminated water supply or whatever the fuck.
right,
You know?
exactly. Like it could be so many different fucking things. I do think about it. I think about it, but that's not my biggest concern. On like, if shit were to pop off tomorrow, what it would be.
What's your biggest doomsday scenario that you think about regularly?
My biggest doomsday scenario that I think about regularly is honestly an attack on our government. Like,
What do you mean?
Well,
What do you mean?
or not like an attack on our government. What I mean by like my biggest like doomsday thought, because for me, when I think doomsday thought is obviously the whole world, but we all know what country it's gonna start with, and it's fucking us.
Yeah.
We're gonna be involved in it no matter what, and because I live here,
Yeah.
that is doomsday for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit could be popping off in France, and that could be the end of the world. It ain't the end of the world for me. Yeah, I'm still sitting here. Like,
Yeah, but
You know
if
what I mean?
America starts going,
the second we get involved in something, that is doomsday. Like type shit. So like
facts.
that's my biggest thing that I think of though is the American government turning on its own people. That is the biggest thing that like I think of that would happen first, but it's hard to think of what direction
get
that
it.
would take afterwards because
Yeah.
it could go a million different ways.
Yeah.
And it all depends on like what parts of the government are doing it. It all depends. Is there a larger government?
You wanna
we all
know-
know that like there's a larger government, but it's like would that be a part of their control or would that just be our government?
To maybe
doing
add
it?
a little into that hypothetical scenario, I think it would probably like splinter down into like smaller factions based on like regions. So like you'd have like Appalachia would be like run by like one government, and then like
Well,
Northeast Ohio would be like one government, and then like
No.
you'd have it'd be like Native American tribes almost, like it'd be warring factions
No,
all
see,
over the
okay,
country
I agree with that.
until one like warlord basically took over and restructured the government.
I absolutely I agree
'Cause I think there's too much-
That's not a maybe. That's
I
exactly,
think there's
that's how it
too
would
much
go.
infighting in the entire country for it to be one solid like this side versus this side, government versus people.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even if it was government versus people, there would be people who side with the government. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like
yeah, no, I get that, and that's 100% how it would go.
Yeah.
There's no like
Yeah.
maybe on that.
Yeah.
But it's the direction of what the immediate effect after that starting would be, because
Okay.
there would be immediate thoughts and or actions from other countries the second that starts.
Oh yeah, that's what immediately when they start like attacking and shit and start doing
exactly.
crazy shit.
That's when
yeah.
other countries either
Yeah.
start attacking us or start attacking each other.
That's when the game of
And-
risk
and-
starts getting real
I was
risky.
gonna say, in the world of one country attacking another, whether or not that happens in our country and somebody attacks us, or they just attack a random country because we don't have them backing them anymore, all of NATO exists. All of the fucking other shit.
Yeah, but I feel like in a scenario where this is going on, NATO is no longer in the picture.
I agree, but there's also still the countries who still side with other countries. There's still countries that are like, yeah, I'm chill with you.
Yeah, but we don't have many of those anymore.
Yeah, we don't, but other countries do, is what I'm saying. Like, so like the second some shit pops off in another country, there's not many countries that are kind of just on their own for real. Like, there's a few for sure, but they all have backing countries or somebody. With
yeah, even Russia relies on China and Iran and
exactly.
And
so
all
the second
shit.
that even one country goes against another, it's a fucking problem, bro.
Dude, I genuinely think the World War III, it's not gonna be like
It's not gonna be like World War II where it was bombs and planes flying around.
No, I think there will be parts of it that are like that in like certain strategic areas.
Yeah,
but I think the real like world war that's gonna happen. It ain't
gonna be like blink America's gone, blink Russia's gone. It ain't gonna be like
yeah.
That. I know it's not gonna be like.
I genuinely think it's gonna be like a total world collapse of like all the trade routes fall apart.
Oh yeah,
all the fucking supply lines fall apart.
There ain't gonna be no fucking train of jeeps coming down to drop off, or fucking planes dropping jeeps off. Like
no, I think that will last for as long as it lasts.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'll last for a little bit. It's not gonna end though.
If a true all out like World War II level type event happens in the modern world, I think with the amount of like drones and automated technology, I think not as many people will die in the grand scheme of things, but like all of the infrastructure is gone.
Oh yeah,
all of the important buildings are gone. All of the heads of state buildings are gone.
Yeah,
all of our Capitol buildings are gone.
There's no
like
control of what the fuck is going on.
All of the power grids are gone.
Yeah.
All of the fucking runways are gone. Like I feel like that's what's gonna happen because I feel like it's gonna be people flying drones and bombs into strategic locations.
Until everything's
and
gone.
Yeah, all of
that's
like
all
of like the casualties, like the people at the airport or the people in the building. Those people will pass away, and like those people will be the casualties of the event. But I don't think. Like how right now in like the Middle East and shit, they're bombing apartment buildings and bombing schools and like all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a whole different fucking 3,000-year-old ethnic conflict, but that just...
It's not going to be like...
I think it really will be like a game of chess, like a real strategy type game, and it'll all happen pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to be... I think that's probably going to last for like maybe 20 years.
No, I don't think, because I don't think any country has that much stuff anymore. I think we've been lying about how many nukes and bombs and planes and everything we've had. Us, Russia, North Korea. I think we've all been lying for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Ever since the Cold War ended, I think we've all been lying about how many we have because it takes we haven't made any more, but we've maintained them. It takes a lot to maintain all those warheads.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why people are always like, oh, Russia has old warheads. They're not going to work or anything. I think we've got a lot. I mean, we've both got some that will work and shit. But, like, I don't think anybody has enough nukes to do, like, the total end of world event that everybody talks about, like the whole global winter and shit. Yeah. I don't think that is a real possibility.
That's just not going to happen because of the simple fact of the second everything is going to go off, there's going to be the immediate countries that go, oh, I want control.
Yep.
They're never going to get it. No, neither is anybody else. So it's not going to be a fucking, oh, let me drop a fucking nuke on a spot that I might want to fucking lay land on.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. And
that goes back to a lot of the countries.
Even on the end game where they're finally like, okay, well, fuck, we got no other fucking choice. They're still not going to blow that shit
off.
Yeah,
but that goes back to a lot of countries have like the dead man's hand type of plan where like Russia has one, Israel has one, we have one, Iran has one, where like if the bombs do start falling, everybody's getting blown up. So there will be nothing left over. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
so that's like their whole thing. They don't care about having to farm the land or whatever because their whole plan is literally kill everybody on the planet.
Yeah, exactly. So literally, like, why the fuck? Nobody's gonna. It's gonna be small massive attacks.
I think
like,
tactical nukes
yeah.
are going to be like an
exactly.
actual real thing that are used.
Oh hell yeah!
Like where they're gonna
hell
take
yeah.
out like, oh, that base is no longer there,
There's
or
gonna
that
be
city is no
there's
longer
gonna
there.
be larger than large rumbles.
No,
Repetitively.
I don't know if we're ever gonna drop like a Hiroshima or Nagasaki level bomb in combat again.
Nah, I don't know.
I think
not like
there'll
that,
be
but,
smaller
like,
level warheads
Yeah.
that are like used just basically like a normal bomb but way stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's. I think a lot of them are gonna be, like you said earlier, precision. A lot of precision strikes.
Yeah,
a lot
like-
more precise.
Like all the runways,
Yeah.
hospitals, nuclear power plants, like the
everything that controls shit.
Yeah,
That's what it's
Yeah.
gonna be. Is everything that controls
Yeah.
shit. Smaller shit, like you said, like schools and shit.
I honestly
they're not
think
gonna hit schools. They're gonna hit
a
hospitals.
lot
they're
of
gonna hit,
people.
like-
I think a lot of people will survive, especially a lot of the people out in like rural areas who literally don't have a lot going on other than
Yeah.
farmland. Like, yeah, you'll probably get the occasional like they'll hit a farm or two, just fuck up the food supply and all that shit. But it's like, I really think that when the bombs do fall, it won't be as bad as everyone's made it out to be for the last 40 years.
Nah.
Because I just don't think we have that
the-
ability as
the-
a collective
the
world.
biggest thing is this is the biggest thing I've always known for sure.
Mhm.
There's gonna be so much more people alive than people expect. Like,
I don't know about that one.
I think so
because a lot of the major cities are going to be targets, and that's where most of the world's population lives, are in big cities.
yeah. No, don't get me wrong. The population number is going down. Like,
Yeah, I think it'll get cut in half.
Yeah,
I think it'll easily
agree,
get cut
I
in
agree,
half,
But
yeah.
I don't think people understand, like, once that happens, how many people there actually will be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in the areas that do last. Because once those big cities get taken out, those big cities aren't even there anymore.
Yeah, then the other spots become the big cities because everyone just goes there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like the population density might almost still exist because the places that were there
It
are
just
now gone.
gets dispersed.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, the livable land is now gone.
Which, I mean, I guess that's what happens nowadays in like normal wars.
Yeah,
Like when a
yeah,
country all of a
exactly.
sudden gets bombed to shit and, there's rubble and nothing.
Yeah.
All the people move to a different country. They
Yeah.
they go there. So
Ex-
it's like,
Makes
Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Makes
it makes
sense.
sense. And then the same thing goes though. Like, the livable land goes down, so then the density is almost still there
yeah.
because the people who do survive, they got to go into all the places where people didn't even get hit. Like,
Yeah. I
know?
do think that the overall livability, like I think we get knocked back to the fucking, not the Stone Age in terms of like
Nah,
technology.
we get down to like the 1800s. That's.
I think even further back than that, because it's like we're
Ah.
gonna have a point where it's like, okay, no hospitals anymore, no food anymore. You have to hunt, kill, catch everything. If you get fucking a cold, you're gonna die. If you get like, it's only gonna take it's only gonna take one or two generations before all of the like immunities and shit that we've built up to go away.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
Especially
That's
once
facts.
you get to a point where it's like, oh, we have European blood in us. So like, if we were over in Europe, maybe we'd be able to survive in the wilderness for longer because our blood and our actual DNA is like more accustomed to that environment. But
Yeah.
like,
whatever the like regular.
let's say
temperature is
say
and, you know.
you've got someone who's from Africa up in Alaska, and all of a sudden the whole world gets knocked back to the Stone Age. Their likelihood of surviving is just lower statistically
yeah.
because of their DNA, and they're just not made for that habitat.
They like.
It's like putting a fucking
they were-
penguin
yeah,
in the
like-
jungle.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing. Like all of the humans have certain spots on the planet where they come from, whether it's Egypt or Greece, or there's even certain parts of America that like where the Native Americans literally came from the ground, because that's literally what happened. Humans literally sprouted from the fucking ground.
That's facts.
So it's
Literally.
like there's like 5 places in the world where that happened, and like
Yeah.
that's the 5 different races. That's like
Yeah.
the Asians, the white people, the black people, the Indians, like all of
Yeah.
them. That's like all the different people. And so it's like, fuck, I forgot where I was going with that point. Something about the bombs. And nukes.
We were talking about population density spreading.
Oh,
and shit
yeah.
like that.
I think that...
It's going to be a lot more minimized because of the natural...
Yeah, because, like, a lot of people won't survive because they're outside of their natural habitat.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you've got, like, all the... Like a dude from fucking Iraq, from up in the deserts of Iraq, is probably not going to do too well in the rainforest of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
let's say shit starts going to shit, like, right now, and everything is, like, fuck. Like, there's no power. People are finally scrapping. People are getting bitty bop down the street. There's no more government. Like, all the important places have already been blown up.
Yeah.
It's the shit. You are now living off the final scraps of what's left on the planet. Yeah. You're probably not making it 60 years. If
it's possible.
There's the
it's
chunk.
possible.
There's the chunk.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Like I said, probably not making it 60 years. There's the few.
I don't know if I'd want to make it 60
Me either,
years.
but it's also like you get to that point. Once you're there, you are now a vital piece of the further existence of anything.
Yeah, but bro, when every day is literally fighting for survival, the moment my knees start to hurt, bro, I'm done.
Listen to this.
Clocked
and here's
out.
The craziest part about all that too is, like I just said, that we are now in a state of mind where if that does happen, we have the consciousness to know that. You know, like shit just naturally happened and blah 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 blah. If shit ends, bro, and there's like, let's say like 2,000 people across the entire planet. I'm not talking all collectively in one spot.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking,
just spread out.
I'm talking all the way around the world. And these people have collectively seen everybody just disappear. Because if there's 2,000 people all the way around the planet, that's like 10 people per fucking
That's literally like
not
that's enough for the human race to end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that is
you are the last humans.
Yeah, so we have the consciousness at this point. If those people are alive, that is the consciousness to understand the fact that you are the last people on the planet. That would be a wild. Fucking make that shit a movie, bro. Like
I mean, they've done that a bunch of times. Yeah,
done that a bunch of times. But like, bro, that would be a wild. Imagine the concept, bro.
You want to know
like,
what I think
crazy.
about sometimes, dude? I imagine being like that exact scenario, like the last person in America or whatever, just driving or walking around like New York City or Los Angeles or walking around the mansions of the Hamptons, like or Beverly Hills,
the most populated places on the planet. There's literally not a single fucking soul.
Yeah,
and knowing and not being there and being like, damn, there's nobody here, but there could be.
Or being
knowing for sure that there's not a single fucking person.
Or like
there.
on the Golden Gate Bridge looking at all of San Francisco and there's nobody in the city.
Right.
Like that's wild.
That would be insane.
That would be
insane.
The most I'd just kill myself, bro.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm going.
Like let me go fuck around for like a week and then the moment I get sad,
what the
bro.
fuck are you going to do though? How are you going to get anywhere?
The gas will be good for at least a year.
Yeah,
every car, the gas will be good for a year.
You can bounce.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to fly though.
No.
Or boat.
No.
You ain't getting everywhere in a car.
Everywhere in America I could.
Facts. That's true facts.
And if I wanted to do that far, I'd get a sailboat. You could sail a sailboat around the entire world.
That's facts.
They've been doing it for thousands of years.
That's facts. That is facts.
Do I have the knowledge on how to do that?
Hell
absolutely
no.
fucking not. But I get the satellites are still gonna be there. That's the biggest thing that nobody talks about in these end of world scenarios.
Yeah, there's no electricity power in those. It's all sun.
No. Listen.
Well, sun based.
There will still be electricity. There will still be internet. There will still be radio waves. All of these satellites are still gonna be there. All of your connection points are what get knocked out.
Yeah.
So like, say you had your own like communications set up, like your own sat network and everything, which is honestly really not that hard to do.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to do it.
A lot of rich people got it.
Yeah. Like say you have like 4 or 5 radios and like a main hub that they all connect to. Yeah. You can establish your own connection to the internet satellites that are up there by like the AT&T satellites or the Verizon satellites without their permission.
Yeah, facts.
And if the world ends, that's how you can still have cell phones and long-range communication, and you still have email and voice chat and FaceTime on the end of the world scenario.
Hit you up on iMessage trying to play 8-ball.
Literally. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, if the world does end, bro, I am making sure I still have all my devices.
Hell yeah.
Because those will come in handy eventually.
Dude, my nose has been plugged for like the last 20 minutes.
Should have got that Sudafed, bro.
I did. I took some before
you
I left.
did,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not really kicking, but
Oh, you didn't get the good shit, bro.
no, I did. It's just not really doing the work right now. I don't know what it is,
You're
but
taking too much of it then.
I haven't taken it in like fucking 4 days.
Fuck. You're just shit out of luck then.
But it's been clogged for like the last 20 minutes, and just out of nowhere, it's just I can breathe nice and good. Now, depending on how much longer we have, because I'm pretty sure we're nearing the end here.
We are getting close. We're getting close.
It will be clogged probably before the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, it'll be clogged
But-
once again.
Because I'm sure you guys have heard me just going,
Just breathing into the mic.
and I can't even hear it because I can't hear shit because my nose is so goddamn clogged.
Oh, bro, my ears have been popping all fucking day. I don't know what it is, bro.
The weather dropping 46 degrees in less than 24 hours.
I did wake up with all my windows open and my fans on.
46,
fucking
dude.
freezing, bro.
Dude.
It was like 32 when I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like,
Dude. Or 43.
yeah, but that's light work for Ohio.
In 24 hours, bro.
They do that though.
Nah, usually
happens.
it's like 28.
It's just usually
30.
not that low. It'll go from like,
It'll go from like 90 to like 40.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Or
That's what
like
I mean.
100 to like 50.
That's what I mean.
Nah, bro, it went from 70 to 30.
That's a worse range.
Nah, it went from like 78 to like
32.
20. I went to like 29 this morning.
Yeah, it was
So like
not
I'm
fun.
giving it leeway because of when I woke up and was at work.
Yeah.
Like, but before that, it was way colder. Like that is actually nuts, bro.
It was pretty
I was starting
fucked.
to feel so good with my nose, bro.
I know
so
it was
nice
so
out.
nice. It was 2 days in a row.
It was like 2.5, bro.
Oh, it was so nice.
It was like
so
the
beautiful.
one day started real cold, and the ass end of it was like,
Yo.
oh damn,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
damn. All
yeah.
Easter weekend was beautiful.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
it was like, oh damn, it's nice out. And the next day it woke up and it was like, oh shit,
It's not
like-
nice out.
like oh fuck, oh man, god damn it, bro. I need to make 20 bands like ASAP. Get the fuck out of this state, dude. Like
You want to know what you need? You need to get your deviated septum that you definitely have fixed.
facts.
I bet you that would help your congestion.
Yeah, because I do have a deviated septum.
Yup.
It's bad.
Most people do.
Yeah, I know.
Most people do.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like at one point some people had just like back when we were like fucking reptiles and shit, or not reptiles, but you know,
Well-
squiggly things in the water. I feel like we dogged on people who had like one nose.
There's
one
two
hole
ways.
to breathe out of instead of two. They're just walking around with a fucking sniper scope. You just feel like, hey,
All the air.
hey, guess what?
Fist right in
and
the
I
hole.
feel like those ones became the people with deviated septums. This guy.
I mean, I think it's there's two ways to get a deviated septum. You either break your nose or you do a bunch of drugs. Snortable drugs specifically.
I've dislocated, like kind of. I've cracked my nose, and I have partaken in the illicit ones.
Well, there you go. That's probably one of the things.
Through my nose, through the side that's deviated. Deviated.
There you go. But with that, I am Jacob.
And I'm AJ.
And I hope you all enjoyed this very special 31st episode of
we
DeadMen
kept
Radio.
it real interesting for you guys.
Yeah, we were
today.
talking about some crazy shit. We
Yeah.
didn't say it, but if you like us, drop a comment below,
Yeah,
or else you're
yeah.
stupid and dumb.
Yeah.
Drop a like as well.
To the people who are new here or returning, love you guys.
Yes, we love you very much.
You guys are awesome.
But
Hope you guys are being good, having great. Being good, having great. Being good, doing great.
yep,
we
there you go. I am Jacob.
I'm AJ.
DeadMen the whole world. We love you
DeadMen
guys.
the
We'll
whole
see you
thing.
next week.
Bye
Bye.
Oh yeah, son.
Bro, there's so much confetti everywhere, bro.
Oh my god.